can't get focused. 1 second.
Look how the people gather round.
Hey all my ADHDers and can't forget my neurotypicals, always appreciate you guys wanting to know more. So what is ADHD? The main point of Secret Society of ADHD is to bring everyone into the know. And ADHD is so much more than just the definition, but it is the basis of everything. So I thought I'd do a short video just to explain the main points. As you may know, I'm an ADHD coach and I was trained through ADCA, which is an ICF accredited school. And this is their definition. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder is a unique brain wiring which requires engaged interest with a clear, purposeful intention in order to activate and access attention so an individual can manage the brain's executive functioning. So basically, ADHDers run on interest, and anything else takes like 10 times more brain energy. This pretty much drives the entire explanation of ADHD. Okay, so 3 basic things: impulsivity, hyperactivity, and distractibility, which I'll refer to as IHD. ADHD also has executive function problems and emotional dysregulation. And on top of that, situational variability. Don't worry, I'll explain all these things. Let's start with IHD. Impulsivity. So this is part of executive function problems, doing and saying things impulsively. All right, so here, online shopping. Scrolling through Amazon, find a shirt I like. Relating this to interest, being impulsive can be fun and exciting, which makes it interesting. Oh, and here I go impulsively buying a shirt without thinking if I actually need it or can afford it. Hyperactivity, which is both physical and mental. Physical is what people typically think of when they think ADHD. Restless, fidgeting, can't sit still, too much energy. Mental is what people often don't realize. Mind is constantly going, so many thoughts and ideas all at once, and quick connections made between thoughts. Again, think about interest, because doing something boring, probably going to be restless and fidgeting, because attempting to do at least something even remotely exciting in order to maintain focus on the boring thing. And mental, well, that's pretty obvious because the thoughts come from interest. Distractibility. This is the standard thing when everyone thinks ADHD, but there's so much more to why and how we get distracted, but that's for another time. Attention moves quickly and easily from one thing to another. Here I'm working, but then my phone goes off. So I answer the text and then end up on my phone for like an hour because at that moment, my phone's more interesting than the work I'm trying to do. Executive function problems. Problems with executive functions and interest are the drivers behind IHD. So executive functions are... executive function problems. I can't even remember the list I just read of executive functions. So you know what? I'm just gonna read them right off my tablet. And I guess I'm just gonna have this creepy ghost lighting, but it's fun. All right, so executive functions are working memory, self-regulation, planning and problem solving, inhibition, self-awareness, and self-motivation. Emotional dysregulation. Emotional dysregulation isn't part of the diagnosing, but it is an important thing to know about ADHD. It can show as emotional outbursts that are disproportional to the situation. So here we have the blue line. That represents the emotional response of, your average person. Whereas the pink line represents this response of someone with emotional dysregulation. So see how the pink line spikes up and then falls down rather quickly? Whereas the blue line just goes up a little bit and then stays there for longer? That's the difference. So we usually think about this as just anger, but it's all of the emotions. Excitement, happiness, frustration, all of it. Situational variability. Situational variability is a huge thing with ADHD, and again, goes back to interest. Doing something boring and uninteresting is going to be hard to maintain focus, and make it easier to be distracted by something that, even just in that moment, is more interesting. Like in my example when I was describing distractibility. But if doing something of high interest and something that really excites you, you're going to be able to focus just fine, and sometimes even go into hyper-focusing, which is really hard to break out of. Alright, so all those things play a part in what ADHD is. I hope I gave you a basic outline and a better understanding. And if you're just learning about ADHD for the first time, don't stop here. Because this video was just the basics. There's so much more to ADHD than what I've said. So keep learning, whether it's through me and Secret Society of ADHD or other resources you found. Check out my channel, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and website for more information and other resources. If we all keep learning and teaching each other, we can eliminate the ignorance and stigma that surrounds ADHD. Alright, that's all I got. I'll see you next time to bring you more into the secret society of ADHD. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click the like button. Also, subscribe for more videos.
This is how I show my love. I'm playing it in my mind.